What is up, guys? It's the Bonga, and today we are here to talk about the Chengdu Hunters. Specifically, how the Chengdu Hunters got beat by the Philadelphia Fusion. The Chengdu Hunters came onto the scene in the 2021 Overwatch League season, and they were crazy. They started 3-0. They were beating some people who we thought were the best teams. And you know what? Philly Fusion came in and slapped them in the face and said, "No, you're not." That's crazy. Chengdu has a crazy style. Chengdu is going to Chengdu things their own way, and it worked against a lot of teams, but all it took was a little bit of a little film study, a little research, and the Philadelphia Fusion were able to find a way to beat the Chengdu Hunters at their own game. So I'm so excited to show you guys what I saw in my film study. So let's take a look. The first example I want to show is what Chengdu does well before we see what Philly did against them. So what Chengdu's comp does well is it controls the pace of the match because all the heroes are so mobile, and it controls the pace. Once Chengdu captures a point on a control map, it is so hard to take it from them because they're just so good at rotating their heroes and rotating their ults to make sure that most teams never stay comfortable. So we're gonna look at. Oh, hold up. We should go back and see this. So what we're gonna look at here is, let's pause it here. So we're gonna look at here is. New York is playing the classic rush comp: Baptiste, Lucio, McCree, the usual rush meta. And especially on a map like this, with the point down there, you would think, hey, that's going to work really well because the point is close quarters. But what they weren't expecting, what they weren't ready for really was, they gave New York has 44% of the map, but what Chengdu was waiting for was to get the ults. Because what Chengdu's comp does really well is it controls the pace. Because they're so mobile, they can pick and choose when they want to take fights. And what it also is really good at is punishing grouped up targets. When you look at Chengdu's comp, you can see Ana nades. Ana nades affect AoE. They affect a group, a tight knit group. They have a pile driver from Wrecking Ball and the mines that punishes small groups that can set off map control. It's crazy. And the pile drive just sets up damage for the Pharah and for an Ana nade. Pharah, splash damage, another another area of effect damage character, and leave. You're about to see what happens when you group up against a Sombra. Even if a team gives up some percentage, Chengdu's really smart about this. They're very disciplined. I will give Chengdu credit there. They are very disciplined, and they realize that as long as we get the point with the correct amount of ults, we will constantly win these fights, especially against rush comps. So what we're gonna see here, let's slow this down. So leave right here, set up in the back. Even though they're almost 50% down, that's okay because they have EMP. It's going to be a free fight here. And Friday on Lucio, on New York's Lucio, he knows that he has to survive this EMP. What happens is, as Chengdu starts to take map control, that's the biggest thing about the ball too. The Wrecking Ball can come in and choose when to come in at any time because it rolls in so fast. It's absolutely crazy. So you're going to see the Pharah raining down damage here. The New York thinks they're relatively safe. Oh yeah, there's Gaga down there. Gaga's down there trying to get some point capture. He's going to freak out New York. And this is where the setup happens. Friday is taking an unfortunate position and gets hit with the rockets, right? And then all it takes is, normally you might be able to win if you lose one guy. But when you group up like this, a free EMP, literally almost that's a 4-man EMP. And now you have Pile Driver, another AoE effect, and then you have Pharah in the air, another AoE damage ability, and literally just that one clump. I mean, Jesus, when you go through if we go through New York's comp right here, they had every ability. I think they had they had flashbangs, they had Maywalls, they had basically full shield. They had defense matrix, they had immortality. They have every ability you would imagine you would need to survive this. But simply one lapse of concentration by Friday literally allows Chengdu to just absolutely take this fight. And in real time, in real speed, Friday's trying to hide from the EMP, but he gets hit by the rockets. And this is where the pace happens. New York literally thought they had everything set. They had their ults to survive. They had full cooldowns. They were ready to go. And literally, because of the style of Chengdu's comp, their pace can just literally break teams. And as we go a little farther forward, so they capture the point here. So now this is what I mean. Where now the team controls pace here. Let's go back a little bit. So now that they lost the point, New York lost the point. Now they have to think, how do we rush? You know, New York's playing rush meta. How do we rush against a team that's literally unrushable? You try to rush a Sombra, she teleports out. You try to rush a Pharah, obviously you can't. Can't rush a ball, and you would say just go for the Ana, right? But how can they get to the Ana when literally every line of sight is controlled? Pharah just automatically controls it. She doesn't have to do a lot. She just has to cause enough damage to where if she hits you in the back of the rocket, you think you have to go forward. And when you go forward into a Wrecking Ball or an Ana nade, there's nothing you can do. Look at this. Look at this right here. Crazy. You have Pharah rockets from up top. You have a Sombra slowly building another EMP. You have Gaga literally waiting. Gaga's literally waiting to annoy them as they come in, right? And you know, it's poetry in motion really with Chengdu. They're so disciplined. Like Jinmu right here controls both exits out the doors. Monk is always in a safe position to where he's never diveable. Look at New York's rotation. They say, hey, if we get to the point, the Pharah can't do anything, right? They can't do anything. Watch it, but look at this. On an nade misses, but it doesn't matter. Diva Bomb misses, I think. Yeah, Diva Bomb misses. New York uses Beat. They even use Blizzard to control the map, but they can't do anything. Look at Pharah. Literally, New York used Beat. They use Matrix. They have Shatter. They had 5 ults, and they can't do anything because this style of trying to stay clumped up together just doesn't allow you to really like challenge the individual playmakers that Chengdu has. I think that's really what Chengdu's playstyle is, making plays. They have so many heroes that individually can make plays. It's just the order of operations of who's going to make the play at that time. Now that we went over the New York example of what Chengdu looks like when they're playing against a team that's not ready, we're going to look at the Philadelphia Fusion, a team that was ready for Chengdu's style and figured out a way how they want to tear it down. So we're on Ilios on control, and like the last example, we know that Chengdu wants to prey on grouped up teams. If you look at the ultimates for Chengdu right now, they have Barrage, they almost have Nano, they have a lot of ultimates alive. So what I want you to see here with what I want you to see with Philadelphia is Philadelphia has morphed their style into a method of what I like to call like individual agency. You know, with Rush meta, you want to use Maywalls, you want to use Immortalities. You have all these really tight team interactions that to succeed, these little, like these, a lot of these order of operations sorts of things have to happen for the team to succeed, right? What Philly's done is they started to pick heroes that had individual agency. All of these heroes could make plays on their own. And what they said was, you know what, Chengdu? You like to control the pace. We're to control the pace ourselves. And you're going to see in the way, not even just the hero picks, but just the way they decide to play the heroes. Philly's so genius about noticing these little tendencies that most teams don't want to try to exploit. So what we're going to see here is we're going to go through Rascal's POV. So as we're watching this, actually, let me pause it real fast. So before we go into his POV, what we're going to see through here is, all right, so Philly's starting this map like New York, sort of. They're in a clumped up group, right? And look here. You have Ana. You have Chengdu's Ana down there on your bottom left. You almost have EMP right here. They traded the Mercies, but that's okay. This is still a winnable fight. What Fusion's gonna do is where things get interesting. Instead of trying to stay grouped up together, a lot of them are low health. They lost mono. Well, instead of trying to stay together and really slow the pace down, they want to start to push the pace. Look at Rascal. I mean, sure, Rascal's getting armor packs, and he gets a little bit of healing from Alarm, but eventually he's going to basically go on a solo mission. Look at him, and you can watch it. He's literally like, his team got EMP'd. Look at this. He thinks about helping his team, and he says, you know what? No, I'm gonna try to make my own individual play. I'm gonna choose one-on-one fights, and that's one of the key terms I want to think about with Philadelphia style, is taking one-on-one fights, forcing the pace. Because, you know, naturally, if one of your teammates is getting hurt, you're supposed to go help them, but that's not Philly's style, and that's a big pick right here. So that's not Chengdu's style. Excuse me. Chengdu's style is not about peeling; they're about setting the pace. They normally don't have to peel for their teammates because most of the time their teammates are the ones setting the tone and being aggressive. Aggressive is a big term that I want to watch. So Rascal literally spent the whole fight. Look at so much other things are going on, where Rascal was like, if I take the Ana out of the fight, we're gonna win this. Look at this. Oh shit, sorry. And like and Chengdu still has the fight. Oh yeah, hold up. Again, let's go back. What happened to Mono there? Where's Mono amidst all this team fight? Mono's over here on his own solo mission. So they lose the Ana. He looks at his team. He says, you know what? I'm going in deep. Again, on the Ana. The Ana is a big person to control over this map. And the funniest thing to watch when Chengdu is facing Philadelphia Fusion is, go back to Rascal's view here. Funniest thing about this, about watching their view is Jinmu. Jinmu has no idea where to go. Sure, you would think, oh, he needs to shoot Carpe, and you might think, hey, don't stick on Pharah. The Carpe's been McCree. They faced against other McCree teams before. That's not the problem. A good Pharah can avoid a good McCree and still dominate. Look at Rascal. Watch Rascal. There's so much going on. Like Chengdu. Oh, let me slow this down a little bit. You didn't see. Chengdu is literally. Let's go back a little bit. All right. So Chengdu has mines. They almost have nano, and they know Chengdu's smart enough to understand that these three heroes right here, or these four right here, these four heroes are easily diveable. So you can see Pharah start to position herself to follow up here. They get a hack on alarm here. Let me go back 5 seconds here. So look at this. So you know Pharah, this is the area that Chengdu wants to control. They get a hack, so alarm can't use nano. They use mines. They have a Pharah in position. All this stuff is going on, right? And you would think Philly's losing this, but look at what Philadelphia's teammates are doing. Mono's alone. Mono is literally alone trying to fight this Ana right here. And look at Rascal. Rascal's literally just taking pot shots. You think he's hitting anybody from this range on Echo? No, he's not. No, he's not. But that's not what Philly wants to play. They want to play like, we're gonna set your pace. If you don't want to peel for your team, we're gonna pay you for it, or we're gonna make you pay for it. I'm not making you pay for it. So yeah, you can see Winston over here doing this thing. He primals to get out. And then in the meanwhile, Rascal and Mono are literally just doing their own thing back here. It's so much fun to watch. And what looked like a good fight is slowly turning to a bad fight. Look at this. Oh, look at this. This is the fun part. Like, these guys are here. You think Carpe is really doing much damage to here on the Pharah? He can't see anything. He's got no angles. But literally, they just control so much space. Toby's on his own. Toby's over there. He's literally isolated. If the Chengdu hunters could literally just like make a quick decision and fall on Toby, they might be able to kill him. But they're so preoccupied. They're so not used to having to protect their own teammates that, you know, like really, what can you do? Rascal died. And I could watch Rascal all day, honestly. I really could. Watching Rascal, like, you know, he might not be the most mechanically gifted, even though he's obviously really great. Watching his decision making is just so much fun to watch. Again, let's watch Rascal. He thinks about what he's gonna do. He's like he's trying to mark, like that's kind of like his gameplay. He's like a free agent. I mean, look at him. He's literally solo looking for the Mercy of all people. I mean, Jesus. If you go back on that, like you can see Rascal's decision making here. So they nano the Pharah. Obviously, you think they're gonna barrage, right? And then Gaga used the pile driver right there. You think he's gonna barrage, and look at Rascal. He doesn't think of helping his team in the normal sense of the most important target. He's looking for targets he can kill. He wants to secure kills. They don't look about surviving. They look like Philadelphia doesn't want to just survive these team fights. They want to set the pace. They want to make their own aggressive moves. Again, Mono just jumped by here. Mono's alone again. He's gonna try to make it out. I think he dies. But then again, while this time, Elsa, Leave are playing passive, trying to protect against Mono. Like Carpe kills Gaga, and you're just like, how did Gaga die here? It's when Chengdu faces another team that's willing to play the chaotic style they are, Chengdu just doesn't really know what to do. You're gonna see it, and Chengdu even got the point back. But watch Rascal here. He's gonna go on this long ass flank, he's even showing off his position. Look how far Rascal's going. What is he doing? Look how far he's going. Look at this. Let's go wide here. Look at this comp here. Look at this position. Look at Rascal back here. He's loud. Come on, we all know Echo is really loud. They like Chengdu's got to know he's back there. But you know what? They're so preoccupied with this EMP and trying to jump on the trio over here. They don't even pay attention to what Rascal's gonna do on the Echo. And we're gonna watch this in real time. So look, all right, right here. This is it. They want to pile drive here. They want to pile drive here. They want to wait for leave to. They want to wait for leave to get in. Boom. You'll see Chengdu do this a lot. Chengdu is gonna pile drive first. Like if the pile drive works, Sombra's gonna use her teleporter aggressively to get in, and they're gonna EMP. They want to win the fight here because they have 99%. And like they have, and then look at this. It looks like they're gonna win the fight, right? 3-man EMP against both supports and their hit scan, right? Nope, doesn't matter. You know why? Because Rascal and Mono are back here looking for Ana alone. A Monk was their biggest target. And look at this coverage. Philadelphia knew that's how they wanted to play this team fight. Look how smart this was. If you watch it in slow motion, it's really impressive. So they know that Leave has EMP. They know that whenever they use this sort of pile driver setup, they're gonna do it, right? Watch what happens. Look at Hotba. He's gonna shoot his Diva Bomb. You see that? He shot his Diva Bomb. Hotba shot his Diva Bomb as this Sombra is teleporting. They know the style. They know that Chengdu wants to go for these set plays. And Philly's like, you know what? 2 of our teammates are gonna ignore the rest of the team, like over here. And then Hotba is gonna cover for everybody else. So even though they got this EMP off, this Diva Bomb is literally meant to cover the EMP. And Hotba got 2 kills with the EMP. Somehow the Sombra didn't die. But that's 2 kills saved. Look at that. And all while that's going on, Rascal and Mono are going for their prime target, Monk on Ana. God damn. It's so beautiful to watch. It's like, you know, if you ever watch these somber comps are so much based on like winning big fights. You can give up 60% as long as you win every big fight. Your margin of error is smaller because since you're playing for EMP, your chunks of time are based around like 30% chunks of point percentage to build that EMP. But you know, Philly's okay with that. Philly's comp, this individual agency of having an Echo, being able to 1v1, and Carpe being able to kind of like fight anyone that comes by himself. Look at that. He got the nano here. Look at Rascal. Rascal has no interest in helping his teammates back there with the Wrecking Ball. All he's doing is looking for fights. And now, eventually they're gonna win. And poor Gaga has no real options. And yeah, and right now, and after this, just clean up, really. It's so much fun to watch. I mean, look at Gaga. The Wrecking Ball has no options. Look at this. All Gaga wants to do is find someone and pile drive them and set up his teammates. But because Fusion is playing such a mobile comp, and it's not even that mobile. They have an Ana and Brigitte, but you know what? Gaga just can't find any targets to really punish, and that's what Philly's comp is good at punishing. Gaga has been an incredible ball player. Gaga really has, to me, he's been so impressive. But when the comp is really designed to like not even shut you down, to keep you from doing anything. Like he's not getting hard punished. He's having trouble deciding what to do, which is almost a worse fate, a fate worse than death. And now he gets slept. I mean, this whole last fight, did he do anything? No, and he had mines. He was literally waiting for his team to be able to like give him a call, and be like, "Yo, find this guy," and they just die. Oh my, Philly's so good. Philly's so good. And this is like, and oh my god, they almost might come back, but he gets slept into the hole. Crazy fights, dude. That's why I like watching Philly so much, man. It's like obviously they have the individual players, but their intelligence of what is the biggest win condition, especially against a team as chaotic as Chengdu, is absolutely artistry in motion. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for this video. This was so much fun to do. I love watching these little intricacies and playstyle differences that the Overwatch League teams have. Chengdu, you know, I know they have the narrative around them. People want to root for them just because they are so unique and so willing to be themselves. But I like results. I like winners. I like teams that are smart, and I like teams that are willing to take some risks, do some experimentation, and find ways to beat any team. And you know, Philly said, you know what, we're not going to play our style. We're gonna beat your style. Some might say that's a defensive approach, and if that's their approach, then Philly's going to go real far in the playoffs this year. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a great weekend watching these Overwatch League games. I'm so excited to see what the matchups are going to entail. Melee is going to be absolutely insane. So make sure you hit like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing more of these game analysis and team differences as the year goes on, especially once the meta changes after the Melee. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Tune into Overwatch League, watch some games, see if Philly can repeat, see if Chengdu changes up their style at all, or if they keep trying to run this Sombra, Pharah, Ball, Chaos meta. Can't wait to see it, guys. Have a good one.